What's going on, everybody? This is the Jose Gagnon, the super random guy, here again today. And today, we all know about the Pokemon. I mean, we probably all have heard of it at one point. We probably have all seen at one point. The little kid or little kid who was a girl or boy. They go to get the creatures with the cool powers and abilities. They go to do capturing all the creatures and battling them. So today, I'm going to be talking about my history with the Pokemon series of all the games, pretty much. So my first ever Pokemon game was actually Pokemon Platinum, as you're about to see here. My first ever game. So this takes place in the Sinnoh region, which is based off of I think it's someplace in Japan, but I'm just gonna double check real quick. Yeah, it's based off of one of the, Japanese islands called Hokkaido. My phone's being crazy for no reason. Come on, man. So this game, it's not actually one of my favorites. That goes to another one that I'm going to be talking about pretty soon. But I did enjoy it a lot. It had a lot of really interesting starter Pokemon. My favorite of which being Turtwig, the grass turtle Pokemon. I'm just going to skip a little bit right here. Kind of get to the part where you go to get your starter, to be honest.
You can choose first.
So right here, this is where they show you all the starters that you get to choose from. Like I said, Turtwig was always my favorite because he was just like the whole coolest one, in my opinion. And he's a grass type Pokemon. The other two, Chimchar and Piplup, they weren't as cool in my opinion, but see Turtwig's right there. He was my favorite. And that's Chimchar. They weren't as interesting as Turtwig is, to be honest with you. And the legendary for Platinum is this really big ghost. You can probably see him right here when I pull up the little playlist. That ghost dragon called Giratina. One of the coolest legendaries. Not as cool as, not as cool as Dialga, in my opinion. And the whole, what the heck you call it? The whole evil organization, because all of these, games, they had evil organizations. And so this guy chose Piplup as his starter. But the evil organization in this game was these people called Team Galactic, who were just trying to capture all of the legendaries and stuff. And they were pretty crazy villains in my opinion, but like I said, the game it's pretty decent in my opinion for the Pokemon games here. And then of course, your whole thing was just going through all 8 gym leaders trying to battle all the gym leaders to get the gym badges. And then also, just going to battle the whole Pokemon League, which is against these people called the Elite Four and stuff. I'm gonna just show off, the legendary battle real quick in this, so you can see how it looks. But Pokemon Platinum, it was a pretty great. Like I said, pretty great, decent game in my opinion. So yeah, this is Mount Coronet. This is where you get to like meet basically like the whole legendaries in the game. So yeah, I thought it was like I said, I thought that Giratina was pretty cool. He's half ghost, half dragon type. We're gonna skip this battle right here because I just feel like it. And yeah, it was a pretty great game. Not my favorite, obviously, but we'll get into which one is my favorite pretty soon. I'm just gonna be showing off when they show off Giratina real quick, so you can see what he looks like and stuff. And I mean, yeah, pretty great game. So that's Giratina, one of the main legendary in this game. Dialga, like I was talking about earlier, is from the Pokemon Diamond game, and then there's also another one called Pokemon whatchamacallit, Pearl, which had Palkia as the main legendary. But yeah, so that was Pokemon Platinum. Next one that I played was a remake of Sapphire, which was called Alpha Sapphire, which is based on the Generation 2 games of Pokemon. But this is like a remake of it. And the legendary in this one was called Lugia, which is a water psychic type Pokemon, or not water. I think just plain psychic type. Oh wait, that's not it. It's Alpha Sapphire is based off of Generation 3. My bad. I did play that one as well, but it was Soul Silver. That was the one based off of Generation 2. I'm sorry. Okay, Soul Silver. And this is the one that has Lugia. I got my games mixed up, but yeah, so this is the one with Lugia as the main legendary. The other one was Heart Gold, which had this fire bird Pokemon called Ho-Oh as its main legendary. So for these,
it's our job to protect the city. All right.
For these,
cool.
We might be looking at an army of ghosts.
for the starters in these games, it was so there was a water type called Totodile, a grass type called Chikorita, and then a fire type called Cyndaquil. So Lugia is psychic and flying type. So this one I enjoyed a lot more as my favorite, to be honest, just because, I mean, I like the whole Johto region. So as you're about to see right here, they're going to show off all the starters. So this guy, he's choosing Cyndaquil as his partner. And the coolest thing about this game was your Pokemon that you chose got to follow you, which I always loved a lot. It made it like just so amazing and cool, in my opinion. And this is the same as, just like just like, Platinum. So all the games that I'm gonna be talking about have like the whole main story, except for one of them that I've played that's a little different, which are the Pokemon Sun and Moon. But I mean, yeah, there was a lot of cool. I'm gonna show off Lugia right here. But yeah, I love this game so much, just mostly because of the whole Pokemon following you, and I thought there was a lot of really cool Pokemon in this game. Lugia looks like. So yeah, you would try to battle the Pokemon basically until like it got to like all the way to when it got to like the red health, which means that it got super weakened pretty much. And yeah, I mean, like I said, the Johto region was like always my favorite region, and my favorite starter in this game was always Totodile, especially because of his final form. I forgot to mention Turtwig's final form, which is called Turtwig, and I'm just gonna pull up a picture of him so you can see what he looks like. And Totodile's final form was called Feraligatr.
We can change the course of history. You will fight against repression, right?
So this is the game that was based off of Sapphire and what was the other one, Ruby, which was called Alpha Sapphire. So the remakes of those ones, and these ones I played. I enjoyed these ones a lot. I'd say that these are like my third favorite games, to be honest. You'll see my second one in a minute, but I mean, yeah. So this one you had some pretty interesting starters. You had Torchic, which is the fire type, a little fire chicken. Then you had Trico, which is a little kind of like grass lizard thing, I guess. And the other one in this game was, what the heck you call it? It's called, the other one was Mudkip, which was my most favorite one, was Mudkip, I have to say. I thought that Torchic was pretty cool too, but, and the main legendary in this game was what I'll be showing off pretty soon, was called Kyogre. But here, I'm just going to pull up, Torterra and Feraligatr just so you can see. So this right here, this is what Torterra looks like. Super cool Pokemon in my opinion. And then this is what Feraligatr looks like. So this is Feraligatr from Johto. And now I'm going to be showing off Mudkip's final evolution. Swampert, it's called. So this is what Swampert looks like, so you can all see. I thought he was the coolest one in my opinion. So those are all the main three starters. Torchic, like I said, Treecko, and then Mudkip. So this guy's gonna choose Torchic. So now I'm going to be going to show off the main villain in these games. So for they have two different villains for both the Ruby and the Sapphire games. So in Sapphire, you're versing this team of bad guys called Team Magma, or Team Aqua, I mean. And then in Ruby, you're fighting these people called Team Magma. The villains from Johto were Team Rocket, which were also in the original Pokemon games, so the red, blue, and green games. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing off. So yeah, that's Team Magma. I'm gonna show off real quick the legendaries. So I'm gonna show you off Kyogre. There he is.
New Hershey's Milk Wishes. Creamy milk chocolate on the outside, even creamier chocolatey filling on the inside.
That's what Kyogre looks like. And Kyogre is just plain old water type. I'm going to be showing off the other legendary from Ruby, which looks pretty cool in my opinion too. His name is Groudon. And then this right here is what Groudon looks like. So he's like a giant fire dinosaur. He looks pretty cool in my opinion as well. So now we're going to be going to show off here my next game. Well, there was one for the GameCube I played that was called XD Gale of Darkness. And that one was kind of cool. But, you know, in that game, instead of catching wild Pokemon, because in all these other games I just talked about, you know, the Alpha Sapphire, the Soul Silver, and the Platinum and Diamond and all those, those were all games where you had to, like, find wild Pokemon. And XD Gale of Darkness, though, you got to go and capture, other people's Pokemon. They had like these special ones that were called Shadow Pokemon, and you got to just basically capture them like from the trainer that was, you know, using them in battle pretty much. So now we're moving to another one that I really enjoy. My second favorite game actually, Pokemon Sun. Oh.
Hey, you seeing this?
Hey, where's the dish?
There ain't one.
You're telling me you can get...
So these are the 3 starters in this game. Poplio. I'm trying to figure out what the name of the fire one is. Litten, and the grass owl one was called Rowlet. Rowlet was always my favorite, especially his final form, which was Decidueye, which I'm going to be showing off here real quick. So the biggest change in this game, they got rid of the gym leaders, and they have you do this thing called the Island Trials, pretty much. And so the main legendary, yeah, I'm just gonna look them up for you. So this is Rowlet's final form called Decidueye, the coolest one in my opinion. And now I'm just gonna show real quick the oh, come on. Solgaleo is the main legendary here, so I'll be showing off a yeah, wait, I'm just gonna look up the image. So this right here is, if it'll pop up, there we go. This is Solgaleo, the main legendary. And yeah, so the main reason I picked this as my second favorite is because they let you they added this little thing where you get to ride Pokemon, you know, while you're like exploring the islands, because they have to go to explore like 4 different islands in the game. So you get to like use different rideable Pokemon as you get to like keep going like throughout the whole story. And like I said, instead of gyms, you battle these. You do the whole island trials, and you also battle these, you know, people, instead of gym leaders, you battle these people called kahunas, which are pretty cool in my opinion. So this is why Pokemon Sun is my second favorite, and like I said, the Soul Silver was my first. So this person that's playing is gonna pick Litten. And now we finally come to the final game, or the final 3 games. Well, final 2 games actually, which are Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, or Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then also Scarlet, which I have. So Pokemon Scarlet, it goes back to the formula of the gym leaders, and then this one also has gym leaders in the Sword and Shield, but they added a new cool mechanic called Dynamaxing. And I'm just gonna show off my Pokemon. So this is my my starter. He starts out as so this is his final evolution called Inteleon. But these are how they start out as. So you have the fire type, which is called Scorbunny, and then the water type. This is Inteleon's first form that I picked, Sobble, and then the other one, which is Grookey, which is a grass type little gorilla or monkey little guy. And yeah, so they do this pretty cool thing called, which I actually showed off in my last video, the whole Dynamaxing, which makes your Pokemon giant sized. And yeah, I think it's a pretty cool game. I'd say actually this will be my 3rd favorite, so my 4th would be Alpha Sapphire. And yeah, it's got a lot of cool Pokemon. This is my whole team, as you can see. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah. And then for the final game of the history of, with this series is the Pokemon's Scarlet, which is the first ever open world Pokemon game, which I think is also pretty good, but a lot of people didn't really like it too much because there was like a lot of glitches and lagging in this game. So that's why a lot of people did not really enjoy it that much. But the 3 main starters in this game for Pokemon Sword, or on Pokemon Scarlet, I mean. So right here. So these are the 3 main ones right here. The one on the top, the fire crocodile one, is called Fuecoco. Then the grass kitty one is Sprigatito. Sprigatito, yep. And then the last one is Quaxley, the water duck. So I chose, obviously, as you can see, this is the final evolution of Fuecoco, Skeledirge. And then of course I got Empoleon, which is from the Pokemon Sinnoh games. Primeape, Ogerpon, Krokorok, and Swablu. So even though the game has a lot of lags and a lot of a lot of glitches and stuff, it's still a pretty fun game. They do the new mechanic in this one is called terrestrialization, which it like changes your Pokemon's type and stuff. And yeah, I mean, that is my whole history of the Pokemon series, everybody. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Get the greatness. Have the amazing happy times, everybody. Hopefully you thought that this was a pretty interesting, video. And and the main bad guys in the in this one are, because the whole thing is when you start the game, you start off in a school. So the main, antagonists / enemies in this game are these